Actually, it's good to go. Actually, it's good to clear, Kenny. Control number 72. 72. Chapel outbound with 9326. Represents fire call. Here, Ted. 280, Chevy, clear back, Kenny. 280, clear. Kenny, great, call 960, you can disregard Kenny. Clear. Cool. 930. Door 9323, 1925. Control. Adam 83. Adam 83. Would you like me to clear that? Seems to be the vehicle that's associated with the fire department call. Hey, Thermo, link your calls together. I'll put the call ID on this.
Well, that's fantastic. There's a supervisor here now. See the Tahoe?
Definitely.
So go ahead and step out. That way you can talk to him.
As I said before, I have no weapons in the vehicle. Why is he pulling in front of me when I have the keys hanging out?
And that's great. We appreciate you hanging the keys out the window, but we've still asked you to step out while we investigate what happens. Go ahead and step out, sir.
I'm telling you, I don't understand why I was sitting here and you were harassing me.
I've already explained to you your vehicle matches the description of a vehicle used in a crime area, so go ahead and step out and we're going to remove you.
Okay, are you the supervisor? This guy over here in the beanie?
This is a lieutenant, yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, outstanding. Can you tell me what the fuck is going on over here? Because I was sitting over here waiting for a friend. And this officer, deputy, whoever he is, comes up behind me. I see him behind me. I roll down my windows. I have my hand out the window, and he just keeps telling me to get out of the vehicle. I've already told him that I have no weapons in the vehicle, and he's telling me to get out.
7 North 17, copy,
And
direct.
he's telling me that
Tell
this
Mike,
vehicle apparently was in. There's some crime in the
motor vehicle
area.
accident 100.
Okay.
Highway 1003.
Okay, well, it's protocol to have you come out of the vehicle and then we talk about it. Well, your vehicle does match the description of a vehicle that was seen in the area of a crime a little while ago. So he has every legal right and reason to have you step out of the vehicle and talk to you.
Even if I want to stay in here, if there's no weapons in here.
That's correct, because he's given you a lawful command.
Clear job, the original, and put you out on that traffic stop.
So if any law enforcement officer comes up to me for any apparent reason and they tell me to get out of the vehicle, I have to do it. That's what you're saying.
No, actually. But so they have to have reasonable suspicion. And because your vehicle is almost a 100% match to the vehicle we're looking for, that is the reasonable suspicion to have you step out and talk to you. Like, they couldn't just come up and stop any car sitting here. But your car matches almost 100%. So that's why we'd like for you to hop out so that he can talk to you and not have to escalate this any further. Because right now you're failed to obey a lawful command.
And what is that? Is that a misdemeanor?
It's arrestable.
It's an arrestable offense.
Copy.
It is.
Under what penal code?
I'd have to look it up, but it is arrestable.
Southbound into Toledo.
Oh shit, all you had to say was that you could arrest me. And I would have gotten out.
Yeah.
You see how easy that is,
motorcycles.
deputy?
Fantastic. Go and step out.
Going south.
And it's penal code 148 if you're curious.
148. Okay, I'll have to add that to my list of shit to fucking look at.
How many
All
motorcycles
day.
was it?
Go and step out for us. Appreciate that.
One black, one red.
Over here to this deputy over here, okay?
Take to attention.
I stepped out of the
Got it,
vehicle.
stand by.
Yep, that's great. Go and step out of the roadway over here, okay?
We're not in a roadway.
I have
It's a
both
driveway.
He just wants you over there. That way you're in front of the camera. That way you're protected from all angles.
Give me a couple units.
That way the camera on that truck is picking you up nice
Copy.
and clear.
Any available? Just need 2 units
Is
to
it
respond
not picking me
1022
up
cleared
from
up the
right
highway.
here?
It is,
Reckless
but
drivers, motorcycle
you're being
offender.
partially blocked by the bumper of your car, so if you were standing over there in front of that Tahoe, it's a much better
North
view for the
7.
camera, and that's what we want.
North 7.
Fine, how about this? Is this okay?
How about right here? Right behind your car, that'd be fantastic.
Am I not in full view of that camera, though?
6223.
You should be.
Okay. And then if that's the case, then I'm going to stay here.
872 not compliant.
Alright, sir, so tonight,
872
a
non-compliant.
vehicle matching the description of your vehicle with the same last
North
three
67
license
on.
plate number was driving in front of the fire department
North
and there was an
67
explosion.
on
Do you know
scene.
anything
You guys
about
need here?
that?
No.
What King 21, where they at?
Do you have anything in the car, any
1022 cleared
explosives,
up highway.
anything like that?
1022 southbound.
Why would I have explosives? In
Just
my
answer the
vehicle?
question, yes or no.
No.
Okay. And our dispatch just involved us that there was another want on this car. So go ahead and sit tight for me. I'm going to check them, see what all that's about, okay? And this other deputy might have some other questions for you.
Fine. I don't understand what's going on. I literally just got this vehicle out of the impound yesterday.
87 when you're
And
available.
apparently, from
Refund
what
cap.
this deputy here is saying, is that there's a bolo on my
One King
vehicle.
21 and out.
Yes.
King 21, 10.
So what happened is, there was some stuff that happened at the fire department earlier. Okay, and the security camera picked up your car driving by real slow and suspicious with the license plate ending in 856. So you can understand why we're wanting to talk to you.
Okay, but isn't there a whole bunch of other cars that could possibly have that could have
Code
the
33 in effect.
last
Self-cat,
ending
please.
in 856?
That's true. However, there's not going to be many of them that are black with yellow lettered wheels ending in 856. And it could just be a coincidence, but that's what they're going to do their due diligence and check out and make sure.
I mean, shit. If it's the car, then maybe I should just, have it totaled or something.
Oh, that's not necessary. Just once they get done with their investigation, I'm sure if everything's good, they'll kick you loose.
Is there any particular reason why you're shining that light on my face?
It's not. I'm shining it at your chest, to be honest with you.
Sir, do you have any ID on you?
Yeah,
Mind if we take a look at that?
yeah, I do.
Okay. We're asking you to identify yourself, okay?
Oh, is that another one of those?
It is.
Arrestable. Oh, okay.
It is. That would be failure to identify.
There you go.
Appreciate that. Didn't you say you just bought this car?
I got it out of impound.
Ah, just got out of impound. Okay. Well, there's a bolo in the system. I guess back in September,
Okay,
somebody
21,
in
you do
your
release
car
the air
was
for
driving
now.
around trying to get females into their car. Do you know anything about that?
1 King 21 release the air. Attention all units, resume normal traffic, SO1 blue, 1933.
Okay. Sir, do you mind if we search
Back
the
in
car? I know you
September.
said that there's no explosives in there or anything
Back
like
in
that,
September.
right?
Do you know what month
back
it
in
is?
September. I do. Yep, it's
Okay.
November.
Yeah, think about that.
Yep.
Think about that. September. Now it's November.
Yep. We just haven't
Think
run
about
into you
that.
since then, so we had to ask.
Right.
Yeah, bolos don't go away. I mean, if it was 5 years later, it would still be there.
No. I didn't know that.
Yep. It stays there until you either take care of it or we find you.
Well, you found me.
Yep.
Happy.
Since 75
sir.
confirmed.
Why does your voice sounds really familiar?
Which one?
You.
Me?
You.
I don't know. Why does it?
No, I don't know. Something about taser.
We all say that. It's
Nah,
required to give you 3 warnings before we tase you.
Yeah, I know, but...
Well, how about we not make it
You
to
guys-
where we have to do that?
No, I'm not doing anything. I'm just standing
Alright,
here.
sorry. So you said there's no explosives in the inside the car or anything like that?
Release all the units.
Right.
You mind if we take a look?
Do you have a
Copy
warrant?
all units.
We do not have a warrant. That's why we're asking.
1945.
Then no.
Okay, so you're refusing to allow us to take a look.
Is it not my right to have, what is it, unreasonable searches and seizures?
It absolutely is your rights, but we're just trying to make this process as quick and easy as possible on you. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Okay. Can you let us know what you were doing driving by the fire department earlier, right before the explosion?
I wasn't.
Well, the camera has captured your car.
Really? So it has the full plate? I thought, this guy said it was just the, last 3.
Last 3, also a black coupe, and you're right down the road. Do you believe in coincidences?
I do.
That's an awful big one. That's probably 1 in a million, wouldn't you say?
Beckoning.
Possible.
Okay. I'm gonna confer with the lieutenant,
I mean,
okay?
I don't know why there's 4 of you guys out here. It's just, I was just asking for a supervisor.
Well, you got the 2 guys that were on the original call. You got the guy for the traffic, and then you got the supervisor. That's still.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you have other supervisory stuff to do, I mean, I don't...
Oh, I
was
don't.
just asking.
I'm a traffic supervisor, so I literally have nothing better to do.
Ah,
So go ahead and sit tight. I'll confer with the lieutenant, okay?
sure.
Why do I have that up? There we go.
Adam,
So
just
what are
do
your
that.
thoughts? You think it's enough PC to search the car, or do you just want to FI him and forward it to detectives?
Doesn't he have a warrant?
Oh, it's just a
typically
bolo
I think
for
so.
trying to get females in his car.
Detective 39.
Who put the bolo out?
It was Austin.
Is he on?
I can check. That way he could try to question further on that.
I vaguely remember those incidences, but like I said, that was way back in September.
Yep. This guy has all kinds of advisories for violence against law enforcement and all
Oh,
that,
yeah.
but no warrants.
I shot him a year ago or so.
Yeah, you've dealt with them before.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
a vehicle's not a residence. You know, if we have probable cause he committed the crime, we can search it. We don't need a warrant.
I mean, the car matches. Is there a way that somebody can look at the footage and see if the tires had yellow writing on it? I mean, because
Yeah.
if
We could
the
ask 83 reviewed.
Plate 087.
I mean,
Control
'cause
status.
if it had 856 and black and yellow tires, yellow writing on the tires like this, then I would say that you're good enough to search it.
Then we
I mean,
can go and search.
I mean, you're probably already
Lincoln
good enough to go ahead and
Control, do
search
we have
it.
any,
I think so. I don't think
And
it's
trust,
over
he's
there.
on parole, which means any contact with law enforcement gives you the right to. Because there's no way he's not on parole.
Yeah, not with all these priors. I mean, there's a ton of priors.
So I would say, based on parole and the matching description, the car and the last 3 of the plate, there could be other ones that have 856, but to be a black coupe, have yellow tires, and be in this area, and it be Joe Raffie who likes to fuck with the fire department,
Yeah, exactly.
I would say go for
I
it.
mean,
Plus,
that's 1 in a million.
yeah,
I
plus
don't see any
he's
judgment
on
on that.
parole, which means any negative contact with law enforcement can revoke it, or
Yep.
he actually doesn't even have the right to deny a search and seizures
Well, yeah,
on
if you're
parole.
on parole, you have search terms. We can search his car for any reason. We don't
Yeah.
need probable cause. So, yeah, if you believe he's on parole and looking at his priors, I think he should be.
There's no way
to do
he's
the
not on
search.
parole.
Absolutely. So I think we're good to do the search no matter
Yep.
what.
Okay.
Copy 13, buggy occupied time 2.
5th, right?
Yes, sir.
All right,
Mr.
Joe.
Raffie,
We're gonna have you step over here in front of this Explorer, because we're gonna perform a search. We're gonna perform a search of your car. You being on parole, you don't actually have the right to terminate or tell us we can't search your vehicle. Okay, so you're gonna go ahead and stand over there.
That's kind of funny considering how
Lincoln 390 control, we're also going to need
Release from Bolingbroke, but you're not off parole.
003.
All right, so go ahead and wait over there by the vehicle.
God damn it.
County point, we're out of 10 to 15.
All right, y'all can search it. Sorry, bud, but you know we gotta do what we gotta do. Your car matches 100%, and with your history with the fire department, it's just best that we do our due diligence and check. If there's nothing in there, then we can kick you loose. But you know we gotta do our due diligence.
Oh, is this?
That's fine.
Is this Joe Raffie?
It is.
You mind if I lean up over here?
Oh,
Sure.
okay.
Have a seat.
That's. Now I know why you seem familiar. Last time I saw you, Mr. Raffie, I didn't think you were gonna make it.
Lincoln 39 control. 39.
So what have you been up to,
Did
Joe?
you have contact with Jose Balbino tonight
just
in a taco truck?
waiting for my friends.
Hey, Mark.
Okay.
When you're able to
Mr. Raffie, what are those sticks for in your car?
10. R67 control.
What are they for?
Go.
Yep.
Lincoln 39 made contact with your bolo subject earlier. He'll drop you at 21 when able.
Before.
Copy.
I did a line.
Before what?
Huh?
From before what?
Before when my vehicle got impounded.
Okay, so you had sticks in your car before your car was impounded. Why?
I'm gonna move my truck.
You're
X-ray 280.03. X-ray 280,
Things
10.39,
didn't work out for me and her.
Do you have anything on your person that might violate your parole? You know, any lighters, fire making,
Toledo 87 to back traffic.
substances, anything like
1000
that?
Sonora Freeway. 1000 Sonora Freeway.
I'm assuming
Proceed to being run.
Lieutenant that
In Route
I
1942.
have to I can't not consent to the search.
That is correct.
Fuck.
Nothing on you that's
Get it
gonna
over
poke me,
with.
stick me, anything like that, right?
Just get it over with.
Disregard.
Alright, nothing on you. So what did you use those sticks for before? Was it to light fires before the vehicle got impounded?
I think I'm gonna invoke the fifth on that.
Alright. Did the terms of your parole allow you to have said things in your car?
Sticks?
Yep. Anything that can be used to create a fire?
I don't have my parole paperwork.
Okay. We can check in the system and see if that's a violation.
We could also we can try calling PMP and see if we can get a hold of his probation officer too.
Yeah, I can do that real quick.
Mr. Raffie, I know you know by now this goes a lot smoother when you're cooperative with us.
I'd rather speak to the lieutenant, the originating officer. Thanks.
Okay.
Well, we appreciate you being cooperative.
I don't think you really have a choice, but sure.
Well, you don't have a choice as to the outcome, but how we get there, you absolutely have a choice, and we appreciate you choosing this way.
Yes, sir.
You need me?
Oh yeah, he's good now. I appreciate you coming.
Yep. All right.
Take it easy.
Sit here with him.
Play the 7, 10,
You
23, 19,
in
45.
silence.
Warning,
250.
violent against law enforcement.
Yeah,
Mental
you
health
show me
advisory.
10, 46, and 7, 38. AFM, 10, 7, 10, 46 at night. Great night, 1947.
Door 93, clear, we'll be back at service.
What do you
No,
need to
93,
back
13,
from the
8,
parole
46.
officer? Given what you've seen here, do you want us to just forward it on to detectives and parole, or do you want us to take it?
I mean, at this point, we don't really have nothing to. If he doesn't have any, I mean, other than driving by real slow, I mean, wow, that's suspicious. It's not illegal.
And then an explosion happening, and then yeah, they didn't do a restraining order against the fire stations for him, did they?
Do what?
They didn't issue a restraining order against him coming to fire stations, did they?
I honestly have no idea, but I mean, they can't stop him from driving by them. They can only stop him from being on their property.
Being on the premise. I mean, yeah, it's a huge coincidence the fire started right when he was driving by, but I agree. I think we just take a report, forward it on.
Yeah, I mean, you could start a fire with sticks, but hell, he'd get caught before he did it.
Right. Yeah, but it looks like his terms, include lighters, accelerants, things like that. The sticks aren't going to do it, so we'll go ahead and cut him loose.
Okay.
All right. Appreciate it, LT.
Oh yeah. I'll get out with you.
All right, Mr. Raffie, your parole officer advised us sticks are not a violation of your parole. Other items like lighters, accelerants, things like that are, but sticks will not meet that criteria. We're going to go and take a report here and forward it on to your parole officer and detectives for the fire tonight, but other than that, you're free to go. We do strongly advise you to avoid the fire stations. Do you have any questions for us?
I can leave now.
You can. Yep, you are free to go.
And just know that this is not a negative contact with law enforcement, so it's not going to revoke your parole. This is just you happen to be in the area with a matching car, and we stop and talk to you. All right. Well, Mr. Raffie, you are free to go.
Well, here's the question: since you guys
Control
already
motion
reached out
19.
to him, do I need to?
Push 19.
Nope, he'll reach out to you if he has
we'll
any
get the
follow-up for you.
vehicle
But, we're
on the side
required
of the road
to,
at
document the
1,000
interaction,
north
forward it
of
on. But as Lieutenant here said, it's not a negative interaction that's going to automatically violate.
Copy is abandoner, just
All right.
It wasn't like you. It wasn't like your
Uh,
actions directly brought us to you. You just happened to be in the same area, and we made contact with you.
Right.
So it's not a negative contact with law enforcement, so it won't affect your parole.
Gotcha. So I mean, I know this is a being a bit, snarky, but I mean there is gas in my car.
Sure. No court's going to hold that against you. They understand you have to get from point A to point B.
Okay.
What year is
If
it?
you had a couple, tanks of it in the trunk ready to go, that'd be a different story.
What year? What year is your car?
I can't remember off the top of my head.
newer than 2005?
I think so.
Well, then you're good because you can't even siphon it out. It's got a screen in it that would stop you from putting a hose down there and siphoning it out. So you can't even.
There you go.
So you'd have to drill a hole in the bottom of your tank, and I don't think that would be conducive to anybody. So I think you're good to have gasoline in your car, unless you turn your car into a V-bed. Then that would be bad.
A what?
Vehicle-borne IED.
That's a good idea. Maybe I'll use that.
It's not a good idea.
Sorry.
That would take it from attempted murder to terroristic actions, which would then put you being held under the Patriot Act and not local law enforcement. And I don't know if you're familiar with the Patriot Act, but the Patriot Act means that they can hold you indefinitely without cause.
1003
With no
boarding an airplane.
Yeah. If you even ever get out of a dark room somewhere with a bunch of guys with scary beards and towels and water.
I mean, once again, not trying to be snarky, but are you trying to give me ideas?
Negative. You, sir, are free to go.
All right.
Have a great afternoon.
Have a great night, sir.
All right. Yeah.
I really hate that
Must
guy.
be able to turn the underglow on and off, huh?
Nah, I don't think that one was the underglow.
I think
The underglow, I think, was at least from the stuff that came across the computer, it was a different car.
yeah.
And
what
I
saw,
stopped
it
a
looked
car
like
earlier with underglow too, and it wasn't like that. It was orange and black.
I saw that car.
Interesting.
But when I saw him, he didn't have underglow on.
That's because I wrote him a $500 ticket.
Given Mr. Raffie's priors, I'm sure it was him, but we can't prove it. So
Yeah,
we can just
and
confirm
truthfully, if you guys went through here and searched all the dumpsters and stuff, you'd probably find them.
it. Sure.
Because if he was sitting here, there's probably a damn good possibility that he went through this complex and probably ditched his shit somewhere.
Oh, I'm sure of it. It's right down the road. It's the perfect spot.
Yeah, right here in this where you can't see the car until you're ready to leave. So yeah, that's probably it.
Yep, and he was just hanging out in here blacked out. I mean, what does that tell you?
Yeah, I
Excuse
mean,
me, gentlemen,
this
I have to
is
take a bite here.
this is private property, so
Yeah.
we couldn't even technically enforce him parking here.
Nope.
So
Well, maybe if he was in front of the hydrant there, but that's it.
yeah, well that'd be about where's that at? Oh, like you are.
Yeah, exactly, like I am.
All right,
Well,
let me
I
write
just
you a
started
ticket.
as a consensual stop.
Yeah, I
and
know.
then, yep. Once he told me the plate numbers matched up, I said, "Okay, man, get out of the car," and where it went from there.
Yeah, I heard Raffie, and I was like, well, I guess I'll head that way.
Yeah.
I didn't
Hey, at
really.
least he didn't get violent this time.
Yeah, well, I think I think I've dealt with him 3 times, and all 3 of them ended him in the hospital and jail. So
So
I
this
think
is a
he's-
rare exception.
This is a
I
big step up.
I think he's trying not to go to either place today.
Yeah,
That's
last
good.
time I saw him, he was laying on the floor on fire. Or on the
Yeah, up in Vinewood Hills.
ground. Yep.
Yeah.
This is a huge
Yeah.
step up.
Yeah, because he had
Yeah.
gas on him, and the fire department, like dumbasses, tried to hit him with the defib and set him on fire again. Fucking. I don't even. I honestly have no idea how that man's alive. Like, all I can say is Pillbox Medical has some amazing doctors because the EMTs damn near kill everybody getting them there.
But he
His
also
voice sounds like he's on his last leg.
Yeah.
well, he also was in prison, and he got to one of the I don't know, my brain's not working right now. Went up the ladder, was on one of the escape,
7 North 92,
like fire escapes, and then cut himself and fell and was also tased, and he survived that too.
Yeah, I don't know how he's alive, but the man's got to be on his like 314th life.
Yeah, he's like a super cat.
Yeah.
I'll say.
All right.
He's
Well,
way
that
to
was
know
a
use of force
at least
without
at least that was a positive interaction with him,
Okay,
and
for
nobody got tased. Nobody's got to do reports. Well, other than you just documenting a general for docking with him, but
Yeah, I'm gonna do I'll get
Or
you a
whoever it
supplemental
is.
for my hand and checking out the CCTV footage.
Okay, yep. I'll write up a general on it, and we'll be good to go.
All right.
Sounds good.
Perfect.
All right,
Y'all
guys.
have a good evening.
Yeah,
You too.
Yep.
Lincoln 39, I'll be 23.